right, joining us in the Kiss 92.5 studios right now, the man who sings the song you just heard, Mr. Tinie Tempah. Welcome.
What's going on, guys? I want to vote for Ross, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Hang on a second.
Just hold on a second, Mocha. And you're my second celebrity vote right now.
Man.
Celebrity votes, as we know, count for 10.
I'm glad I could be of service, guys.
Wait a second.
Well, it is what it is, you know.
Thanks. It is what it is, Mocha.
Okay. Yeah, you have to explain why.
Nope.
Well, someone's got to be on his side. You've been getting loads of votes, right?
Well, we're not talking about that.
Yeah, exactly. So
All right.
Help him out.
You can't say that you like me and then say that you like me because you feel sorry for me, right? Nobody wants to be in that world. How are you, man? You good?
I'm very, very well.
Yeah.
Happy to be here. First time in Canada.
First time in Toronto, and how have things been going for you? Obviously, the song "Written in the Stars" is doing massive all over the charts. Not only in Canada and the U.S., but it kind of took off and just blew up in the U.K.
Yeah, I mean, it's been really, really massive. I'm just so happy, you know. It's a song that's really, really meaningful to me, and it's nice that it's been able to get out there and people have connected with it in the crazy way that they have.
Do you have to? How fast do you have to capitalize when you realize that something is taking off like this song did? Where you were like, man, we got to kick things up. We got to go really hard. We got to go really fast to get everywhere you can while this is still hot.
That's a good question, actually. Well, I mean, this was like my third single in the UK.
Yeah.
And it went straight to #1. So I was really, really happy, like really, really overwhelmed and overjoyed. And then, you know, when we started thinking about releasing it in North America, this was the song that just seemed to connect. So I'd say, yeah, pretty quickly. But I mean, you definitely have to create time to be able to build and sort of have a foundation before you actually go somewhere.
Yeah.
So, you know, we had a few warm-up singles like Pass Out in North America. And I'm sure here that was pretty big on the underground scene. So it was a nice little entry point before Written in the Stars came along.
And of course, the song, because I watch WWE wrestling a lot.
Love
and,
that.
And the song, the official theme song for WrestleMania this year.
Yes,
Like,
sir.
dude,
Do you know how happy I was? Because basically, I used to be the biggest fan of WWE, the biggest fan. And, you know, like all the rest, I was a big fan of D-Generation X.
Right.
So everybody would sort of come out of their theme tunes and whatever. So to be able to have, you know, the theme tune for the actual event is crazy. That's out of this world.
Are you sure you don't want to vote for Mocha and change your vote? You
I know, we're getting on. We're getting on like a house on fire. I don't know.
When you look at news with you recently, the one thing that you have coming over to America anyway is everybody just wants to ask you about the fact that Prince William's a fan of yours.
I know, and then whether I'm attending the royal wedding. I think they're still asking me that, and the royal wedding is over.
I know.
Are you going to that? I'm like, it's done. It was the other day.
But that's a fantastic thing to just kind of have when you need that. You know,
Absolutely,
because
yeah.
people are going to want to ask you about that.
It's always good to be in with some royalty. It's never a bad thing.
7:48. It is the Roz and Mocha Show, chilling in the Kiss 92.5 studios right now with Tinie Tempah. Of course, Written in the Stars, doing massive. Tell us a little bit about the album.
Well, basically, the album's called Discovery, and the album's out here May 17th. And yeah, that's just around the corner, to be fair. And basically, it took me about a year to make. I started it off as like an independent artist, going into the studio kind of sparingly. And then halfway through that process, I signed a record deal, and one of my songs became a really huge hit in the UK. Yeah. And so, like you said about capitalizing on everything, it became rush, record in this hotel, record in Sweden, record in New York, record here, there, everywhere. And it was an amazing experience, to say the least, and I'm really, really proud of the body of work. It seems to have connected with so many people. It's like double platinum in the UK now. So yeah, I've got really, really high hopes for it. Fingers crossed.
And since the single has taken off, have you had requests from other artists, especially in North America, asking to work with you on tracks?
Yeah, well, I mean, my next single out here is with Wiz Khalifa. So basically, I'd say what I did do in the UK definitely opened up a lot of doors, in the sense that there was a lot of awareness as to who I was, you know, because of like the Brit Awards and the fact that the album had done so well and there was so many #1 singles. So I'd say it's definitely made it a lot easier, definitely.
Are you making money off this yet?
Trying my best to.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Does that really start to happen when you start doing bigger shows?
I suppose so, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, Ross asks all the business questions. I like that.
Well, because that's how people make because you may, I don't know if anybody can even make a ton of money off just selling records anymore. It's shows where you make all your money, right?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. I think making money off records, you know, unless you sell like, you know, colossal amounts, like 10 billion records, it's kind of like gone are the days, you know?
Yeah. Who do you want to tour with if you could tour?
Wow,
with
if I could tour with anybody, I probably want to tour with Kanye West. Yeah, I've definitely been trying to like sort of get within his vicinity for a little while. You know, I'm a big fan. I love what he does, and yeah, he's an amazing performer. So Kanye or Jay-Z, definitely.
Big money on those tours too. Absolutely. I don't know if you know that, Mocha. those guys don't play for free.
Tinie Tempah, welcome to the city of Toronto. Welcome to Kiss 92.5. Thank you so much for hanging out with us on the show today.
Really appreciate it.
Thanks.
7:51. It is.